Bruce, how
That's the
did you
story. It
come
goes
into the earth?
through my mother.
And how did you make that happen?
A process of chemical reactions and other things.
So you decided one day, I want to come into
No,
existence.
I didn't decide.
I'm going to come through my mother, so I'm going to take some chemicals and make it happen?
It's not that I had a process. My mother and father had a baby.
And from that baby, what did they do to have a baby? To make a baby?
They had sex.
And
They
from
had
the sex came what?
I was the product of that.
And how did you become the product?
That's my thing. I was an egg in my mother, the semen from my father.
Who put the egg there? Who put the semen in the egg?
It's evolution. I mean,
So evolution put an egg in your mama and then put a semen in your daddy and told them to get together and make you? Who put the egg in your mama?
There is no who.
Well, what put the egg in your mama?
There is no what. There's no who and there's no what.
So the egg evolved into your mama? Bruce is the first time caller out of South Carolina. Bruce, Happy Man History Month.
Yeah, Jesse, how you doing? Happy Man's History Month.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, I listened to your show. It actually it got pointed out to me by a friend of mine, and there's a lot of things that you say that have a lot of truth in them, but the problem I think you're in what you're doing is that you're oversimplifying something very complex. You're oversimplifying the human condition. I'm an agnostic. I don't believe in fairy tales or leprechauns or Christmas or any of that. So
does that mean you don't believe in God too?
No, I don't believe in God.
You don't believe there is a God at all?
I'm an agnostic. I don't believe there's enough evidence to support either way.
So you don't believe there is a God?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What about evolution? What about empirical evidence? What about science?
What about it?
What I'm saying is it's overwhelmingly evident that we weren't created.
So, and how did you come into existence?
Through a process.
Well, how did
your consciousness and your soul is like a flame. It's like a fire.
Bruce, how did you come into the earth?
Through my mother.
And how did you make that happen?
Through a process of chemical reactions and other things.
So you decided one day, I want to come into existence.
No, I didn't decide.
I'm going to come through my mother, so I'm going to take some chemicals and make it happen?
No. I didn't decide anything, but this is where you break down that. So because you don't know...
I'm asking you, how did you come into existence?
I told you, there's a process.
What was your process? What was your process?
It's not that I had a process. My mother and father had a baby.
And from that baby, what did they do to have a baby? To make a baby?
They had sex.
And from the sex came what?
I was the product of that.
And how did you become the product? Because just having sex doesn't just do it. What happened as a result?
What do you mean just having sex doesn't do it?
A lot of folks have sex and don't make babies.
Because, there's a bunch of different factors. And this is what I'm talking about.
So what happened with you? What was your process? How did you get here?
That's my thing. I was an egg in my mother, the semen from my father.
Who put the egg there? Who put the semen in the egg?
It's evolution.
So evolution put an egg in your mama and then put a semen in your daddy and told them to get together and make you?
It's a process.
Who put the egg and the semen there?
There isn't. You're oversimplifying. It's not.
No. I'm asking a question. I'm asking only about you. Who put the egg in your mama?
There is no who.
Well, what put the egg in your mama?
There is no what. There's no who and there's no what.
So the egg evolved into your mama?
Not that it evolved.
How about the semen? Who put the semen in your daddy?
That's a part of the biological process.
Who put it there? Who made it exist so it could be a part?
There is no make. There is no put there. But Jesse, I digress.
Okay.
I like your message, right?
Uh-huh.
I like what you're telling individuals about taking ownership. But let me tell you my view.
I'm not telling them to take ownership.
You're not telling individuals to take ownership of themselves. Like blacks, you're not telling them to take ownership of themselves.
No.
What are you telling them?
To repent.
So, with that being said, right? You would you agree with me that religion? I asked a woman one time if God told her to kill her child.
No, Satan told her that.
What I'm saying is, I asked her, would you do it? If you thought God told you that. She told me she would. It was God's will. So religion is a justification for horrific things. And we see it throughout history.
You can't blame that on religion.
I'm not blaming anything. I blame it on humanity.
But you said you just blamed it on religion.
No, I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you an example of what I'm talking about. Why
so far, you have not given me the overwhelming, and I appreciate you, Bruce, too, but you have not given me the overwhelming evidence about evolution.
The burden of proof is not on me.
You the one brought it up.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm willing to say that I don't know.
Then why you bring it up when you said there were overwhelming evidence?
Because this is the whole conversation of what I was trying to get to was that these individuals that are weak, what you call weak and what I would call weak, are individuals that are easily influenced. So when you tell them things like that, they will stop looking for answers.
But you're weak. You're weak because someone told you that evolution is the cause for human beings, and that there is no God. You can't get any weaker than that.
I don't agree with that.
I'm telling you.
Strongest individuals.
No, you're not. Anyone that believes evolution is the cause for human beings is a weak person.
So hold on. So we'll have a dialogue. So I'm probably one of the strongest individuals.
No, you're not. That's in your own mind, but you're not.
Well, let me tell you why that's the case, though. So I have 2 children and a wife. I've been married for 20 years. My primary goal is to take care of my family. I don't care about other people. If I do my part and I do what I'm supposed to do, then everything else will come and fall into line. So I provide all the tools necessary for my legacy, my children.
But that doesn't make you strong, because not to care about other people is a weakness.
I didn't say it made me strong. That's not what makes me strong.
But you're not strong
resilient.
Because not to care about other people is a weakness.
I do care.
You just said you don't care about other people.
No. I said I care about my 2 children and my wife.
But no one else.
No.
Then you don't care about you don't care about your own family if you don't care about others.
That's not even close to the truth.
How is that not close to the truth?
I would die for my family.
And
I work 20.
I know people who would die for their dog.
Okay.
That doesn't mean they love their dog. They love no one.
If that's not love, then what is it? If you're willing to give up your life for something else, that's not love.
I'm not willing to give up my life for others.
I'm willing to give up my life for my family.
No, you're not. That's just a selfish thing that you tell yourself. And by the way, you don't need to do that. That has already been done. Someone has already given up their life for you and your family. That would be a waste of time.
That's a whole other story. But Jesse, what I'm saying to you is that your message, it has truth in it, but you're being disingenuous, I think, in terms of what you're telling individuals. Because I listened to a show one time, and you were telling someone that was suicidal to, do this silent prayer. And I don't think you're qualified to give a person that's in that kind of distress that kind of information. But
and why do you think I'm qualified for that?
Because I just don't.
What make a person qualified? What make a person qualified for that?
You were laughing at him.
What make a person qualified for that?
An individual that gets proper schooling.
People with schooling are dummies. That doesn't make them qualified just because some stupid school says something.
Why does education or knowledge make someone a dummy?
Look at the people running the world. They're educated dummies. They're idiots. They're blind. All they do is create
That's
problems. They solve no
That's
problems.
a judgment.
No, that's a
judgment on your
reality.
part. Well, it's a reality according to you.
No, according to everybody. Look, if you open your eyes, you will see that the most dumbest people on earth are the ones with the degrees.
See, and that's the other thing. Everything you say, all your examples are anecdotal. So you're a sample of one.
No.
what you
There are many
say-
people who are starting to see that.
There are many people.
Yeah.
Who? The individuals you know?
Those who, no, around the world, they see that the educated people are dumb people. They have no solutions at all. They put you
I
on
wouldn't
drugs.
go-
They rip you off at the doctor's office. They rip you off at the mechanic office. They rip you off when you go to a therapist or psychiatrist. They have no answers, so they give you medications. They tell parents to put their boys on Ritalin. You can't get any dumber than that. But I got to run. Bruce, call me again, all right?
I will.
All right,
Thanks a lot.
buddy. Okay, thank you for your call. Amazing. That's amazing.